Striking without warning, earthquakes often are among the most devastating natural disasters. In the first decade of the 21st century alone, earthquakes accounted for 60% of deaths from natural disasters, according to the United Nations International Strategy for Disaster Reduction, UNIST. One of the deadliest earthquakes hit in 2010, when more than 225,000 people were killed as the result of a particularly harrowing earthquake in Haiti. Caused by the movement of plates along fault lines on the Earth's surface, earthquakes often leave a monumental path of instant death and destruction. In some cases, however, the quake is only the beginning of the trouble, such as the tsunami and nuclear meltdown that followed the massive 2011 earthquake in Japan. More recently, a pair of tremblers struck southern and central Mexico 11 days apart in September 2017. Killing more than 300 and toppling thousands of homes and businesses. Occurring on the 32nd anniversary of the 1985 Mexico City earthquake that killed an estimated 10,000 people, a commemoration and drill had been held just hours before in the city. Quakes are measured on a Richter scale of 1.0 to 10.0, gauging the intensity of shocks. Each year, some 900,000 quakes with a 2.0 or smaller affect the world. While those are large enough to be measured by seismographs, they are not felt by most. Earthquakes of 7.0 or higher, which cause serious damage, occur at a rate of about 100 per year. Those higher than 8.0 on the Richter scale, able to completely destroy a city, occur roughly every 5 or 10 years. In the United States, 3 significant fault lines have the potential for tremendous damage. The San Andreas Fault, for one, runs the length of California. While the last megaquake was in 1906, the state has been beset by large earthquakes on a frequent basis. Consequently, the state has somewhat stringent building codes to withstand the shaking. 2 other areas of the country are not quite as prepared. The Cascadia subduction zone in the Pacific Northwest stretches from Seattle to Northern California and experiences a giant quake every 300 to 600 years. The last was in 1700 according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The New Madrid seismic zone links Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri and Mississippi. 3 earthquakes in excess of 8.0 occurred there in 1811 and 1812. Scientists say those quakes likely were larger than the San Francisco earthquake of 1906, though modern measurements did not exist then. Both faults have a significant likelihood of triggering a major earthquake in the next half-century. Internationally, the Pacific Ring of Fire is home to 90% of the world's earthquakes and 75% of the world's active volcanoes. According to National Geographic, it is shaped more like a 40,000 kilometer, 25,000 mile, horseshoe. A string of 452 volcanoes stretches from the southern tip of South America, up along the coast of North America, across the Bering Strait, down through Japan, and into New Zealand. Several active and dormant volcanoes in Antarctica, however, close the ring. There have been several substantial earthquakes in this area, including the 22nd of May 1960 Valdivia earthquake, which, at 9.5 on the Richter scale, is the largest earthquake ever recorded. We are afraid to go inside, so we sleep on the ground in the street, one person in the hard-hit region of Les Keys told BBC News. I don't have a job, I don't have water, I don't have food. My house was destroyed, there is nothing, said another woman. Around 53,000 homes were completely destroyed in the quake, with about 77,000 more damaged. The US Army is preparing to set up a field hospital in Les Keys. The US and British Navy are also each sending ships to help with rescue and recovery efforts. Doctors are struggling to treat the more than 12,200 people who have been injured. Hundreds are still missing, and presumed trapped under the rubble. Rescue workers had to contend with armed gangs who attacked aid convoys. The UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs said on Tuesday that following negotiations, the gangs had agreed to let aid through. But a major Port-au-Prince hospital closed for 2 days after 2 doctors were kidnapped by criminals. A pregnant mother and her baby died while waiting for one of the captured doctors, who was meant to be on his way to perform an emergency cesarean delivery. The earthquake compounds problems facing the impoverished nation, which is already reeling from a political crisis following the assassination of its president last month. Haiti has been hit by a series of natural disasters in the past, including Hurricane Matthew in 2016. The deadliest was the 2010 earthquake, which killed more than 200,000 people and caused extensive damage to the country's infrastructure and economy. YouTube friends, thank you for watching the video. Kadas TV News is a YouTube channel that consistently presents news about natural disasters from all over the world. Here you can get various news about natural disasters, such as earthquakes, flash floods, windstorms, and other natural phenomena from around the world. Hope it is useful. Stay alert to all possible natural disasters around us. Subscribe and activate this channel's notification bell as a form of support, so that this Rock TV News channel is more useful,